Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time since I have sat and chatted with you guys. Um, so today is going to be a little self-reading, personal reading, plus a little life update. Um, Essentially, I've just been sick, down for the count, pregnant, just life things that have been keeping me from making videos. I had like some weird like flu thing for it was almost 2 weeks straight that I was kind of dealing with it. So that just really took it out of me. And then just, being pregnant on top of that, it just takes longer to recover. And I have been nesting and trying to get things ready for baby. So that has been overwhelming. So the theme of today's reading is like overwhelm, like even taking this morning time to sit and do this reading for myself and kind of talk through it with you guys is kind of like a form of self-care for me and trying to take time for myself instead of constantly just doing. And just trying to find like little moments in the day where I can do that, I think is important. So that's kind of the theme of the reading is how can I not be so overwhelmed or some things to remember about that. So the decks I am using when I feel overwhelmed in general, I like to use decks that aren't super overstimulating with colors and things like that. I really like neutral decks. And lately I've been really into like a black and white decks. I've kind of like had a black and white deck kick. So this is the Bloodlands Oracle. I've talked about it before. I got this earlier this year. Absolutely love this deck. So this is the Oracle we're going to be using. And it's just really beautiful. Black and white nature deck. And I just feel like it gives those like little moments of peace. And then the tarot deck we're going to be using is the Black Ritual Tarot. This is newer to me, my newest deck. Probably the only deck I'm going to buy for a while. And it's just a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but black and white. But I really like this one because it has like mostly black backgrounds. Really nice. So those are the decks we're going to be using. So I'm just going to start off with the Oracle deck. And I'm just going to ask, what can I remember during these overwhelming times? Like, what can I think about, hold on to? Advice, I suppose. I will say I am feeling much better today. Yesterday was kind of stressful because I just felt like I have so much to do and just not enough time. Today I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic about that though. Okay. So we got the Caldera. And I love this deck. I work with the guidebook because you can get things off of the imagery, but I do find that working with the guidebook is really helpful with this deck. So that's number 38. So we have Incarnation, Healing Old Wounds and Purification. In the vent of an ancient volcano, soil collapses slowly into the hole, creating a circular crater. In some rare cases, groundwater will fill the depression, forming a small lake inside the cone. Filtered through volcanic rock, the water is vibrant and deep blue and considered sacred in cultures around the world. The Caldera card asks us to find an old wound in our lives and transform it into a sacred site. What will you fill with the deepest blue? Wow, that's really interesting. So I like that. It's like taking something that is like a hole in your life and filling it with new vibrant things. Incarnation, healing old wounds, purification. It's like letting things go, filling in where you're lacking, which I really like. I think I just need to, I feel like what it's kind of, as far as like my situation right now, um, I think I just need to remember that, because a lot of what I'm struggling with is like everything has to be perfect for the baby to get here. But it's like when the baby's here, the only thing they're going to expect from me is for me to feed them, keep them warm and safe and things like that, change them. Um, fulfilling those basic needs, not are my cabinets painted and looking like perfect, like those are kind of the things that I'm focusing on and like feeling like I need to complete, which I'm still hoping to do, but it's like that's not the important part. And I think kind of reframing maybe the way that I'm treating what I'm doing as more of like an honor, like, okay, I get to do this. It's not necessary, maybe, but I get to do this. I want to do this. It's going to make my life just feel a little bit cleaner, a little bit more peaceful. So maybe just like looking at these tasks that I'm doing as more of like privilege or like a joy, or the reason I'm doing them is for a joyful occasion. It's the arrival of my son. So just kind of like reframing those thoughts and taking this kind of like overwhelming gaping hole that I feel like I'm like lacking in some way and filling it with like the positivity of the situation, like what's going on and why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, right? So I'm going to pull tarot just to get like a follow-up on this. I've never used these decks together yet. They are black and white, but I've never used them together, so we'll see. But the moon, I think that's interesting that that's coming up. Like illusions, like what's reality versus what I believe to be reality, right? And again, it's like these worries, these fears, a lot of them are made up, like it's not legitimate, right? So it's kind of like I can reframe my thinking around it to be something different than what my current thinking is, because it's a lot of what the stress that I'm feeling is coming from like my overthinking mind. So I think that, and also, just the unknowns that come with the moon, mystery, like I can't possibly know everything, and trying to prepare for everything isn't always like feasible or possible, right? Nine of Cups. I like that that's coming up because it's like, yeah, this is my dream come true. This is like everything I've hoped and dreamed and wished for like many years, right? And that emotional fulfillment is, I think, going to, or that contentment, like looking at all of the things that I already have and that I'm so grateful for, and like just having all of these beautiful things around me and more to come, right? So yeah, I think it's just focusing on the positive, focusing on that this is a dream come true, and not like looking at it as this like all of these like chores I have to get done. It's like I'm doing this for this beautiful reason, right? Okay, we also have Knight of Pentacles. I like that that's coming up. We have Five of Pentacles. Okay. Try to move these so you guys can see all of the cards. These tarot cards are like US game size, so they're a little bit bigger than like standard tarot size. Knight of Pentacles, take it slow, you know, for some reason what's coming to me with this is like do each task fully and completely and do it well so that you don't have to redo it later on, stress yourself out, but also just take your time. You know, like as I'm almost 8 months pregnant at this point, and I don't want to like do anything that puts me into like early labor or hurts me in any way, like physically, because I do find myself like, you know, very sore and in pain at the end of the day because I might have done a little bit more than I should have, you know? So I think this is a reminder of that. I also think Five of Pentacles is interesting because it's like, this is kind of like how I've felt. Like, just out in the cold, like, destitute. Like, I'm not, I don't know, I just feel like not enough, or I'm not doing enough, or I'm lacking in some way. And then financially too, it's been stressful. But I think that this card is like telling me to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not do everything myself. So I think that's really a beautiful message. I get what this is trying to tell me. And it's kind of like stuff you already know, but sometimes it takes a tarot reading to kind of affirm things, right? Those of us who read tarot, but it's like, okay, so this is the situation. This is kind of like what I need to do. All right. Thank you. Thank you to my spirit guides, whoever is out there watching out for me, guiding this reading. It makes sense. Okay, so that's just kind of what I wanted to do today. I do really find that talking through these readings is the same for me as journaling them. To like absorb the message. I do feel like talking through it with you guys, it just really helps me to like fully understand the reading, like flesh it all out, go through all of the aspects of it, and then I like absorb it. Which sometimes I feel like we can sit down, throw some cards down, and maybe not fully, if we're in a rush or whatever, we don't get to fully digest what it's telling us if we don't really sit and take time and journal and things like that, which I don't really always have time for. So it's nice to sit and talk with you guys as well if I don't want to maybe write everything down and I just want to talk through it. So I might do some more of these. I have a bunch of tarot tags that I want to film as well. I have one already like written down in my notes, like the questions. So I just need to be able to sit down and do that. So I'm hoping to film at least 1 or 2 more videos this week, in between, like while I'm waiting for paint to dry or laundry to be done or whatever I'm doing to, you know, like while I'm taking little breaks in between that. So anyways, let me know if you guys like videos like this. I enjoy filming them. I like to just chat. The weather is so beautiful around here lately, and I have a little like outdoor sanctuary I kind of made outside with like an umbrella and like an outdoor rug, so I can sit out there and do my forest chats again. So I'm excited to do that. But I just want to take you guys along with me over these last few months before baby boy comes, and obviously I'll try to update after that as well, but I just don't know how consistent my channel is going to be at that point. So anyways, I love you guys so much. I've missed you. I'm still selling tarot decks and oracle decks out of my collection. So if you are interested in any of that, it's in my Etsy shop down below. I'm also still doing tarot readings for the next few months. So if you guys want to book a tarot reading with me, that's all in my Etsy shop as well. So yeah, but I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.